Hello, everybody. I'm here at this point to tell you about a man that was very special to me, my father. He started teaching me, or should I say, I started learning from his teaching when I was very young. He did all the repair work on our family vehicles, and as he was doing so, I assisted him. Now, when I started, it was before I was even in school. And I started by handing him tools. And as time passed, I learned what tool he was asking for. And I did everything I could to accommodate him. Now, I was just helping him to begin with, just handing him tools, things like that. But as time passed on, he taught me how to actually repair vehicles. That came in handy later in my life. Now, my dad never scolded me when I tried to hand him the wrong tool. He just corrected me on which tool he needed. As I say, he was a special man to me. I loved that man. He's been gone now for about 10 years, but that's beside the point with what I'm getting at. He taught me how to play baseball. He even had a baseball team that he coached for a number of years. I never played on his team, but that again is beside the point. Through his years of coaching that baseball team, he was considered one of the top coaches. Everybody in the league, every player in the league, rather, wanted to be on his team because he was such a good coach and knew the rules. And almost every year that he coached, his team was at least made it to playoffs. I do remember one year when they didn't make the state championship playoff, and another team did. But that didn't matter. My dad wasn't really sad because they did real good, and the season for the local teams wasn't quite over yet. The team that did go to the state playoffs lost. And that was very unfortunate for them. And it was very unfortunate that when they came back for a city championship against my father's team, they lost there also. My dad was he wasn't a brutal man. He didn't gloat on the victories and all of that. He was aware that his team was good, and he passed that recognition onto his players, which they well deserved it because they were actually the ones that made the team. I remember in many games, my dad used to smoke a pipe, and at the time it was acceptable to smoke in the area of ball games. But there were times when they had games they played in the rain. And my dad got a cover for his pipe to keep the rain out. But when the rain got heavy, he'd turn that pipe upside down. It was a strange sight to see, but that was the way things went back then. My father was, he is a man to cherish. That's not the only thing he taught me. Through the years, as I said, I helped him repair our family vehicles. He taught me a lot about maintenance of them, and I listened and learned. It was so much so that when I had a problem with my first car, I wound up getting a knocking in the engine, and my dad was very upset with me, telling me I'd thrown a rod in the engine and all of this, and said I was going to fix it. Well, I didn't see that a rod was thrown because there was no oil leakage anywhere, no water leakage, nothing. It was just a knock, knock, knock in the engine. But I went by my dad's instructions. We rebuilt that engine basically from the oil pan to the carburetor. We tore it down, had the block vatted and cleaned, and had the heads milled and cleaned, and didn't find anything wrong in the engine except for one piston head. Looked like there'd been something in the cylinder that chewed it up. So we went to a wrecking yard, got another piston. We put that in, and we replaced all the main bearings, everything. I mean, this engine, by the time we finished, was just like it came off the manufacturing assembly line. Came time to start it. We started it up with no problem. But the knock in that engine was still there. It turned out that the knock was from a wrist bearing on the piston instead of a thrown rod. Oh, my dad was irritated about that. Hey, what could he do? And I was happy that I'd proved to him I had not ruined my engine. But I was more proud that I rebuilt that engine under his supervision, mind you. But I turned every screw, every bolt, taking it apart and putting it back together, and it ran with no problems with the first crank of the key. This is just one of a few videos I'm going to tell you about my dad. Until the next one, you people have a good time. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And please, if you enjoy these videos, it would be nice if you'd subscribe, which is free, but that's not necessary. The one thing I need from you most is to comment. Tell me if you like the content of my videos or not. If you have a type of video content you would like to see, let me know. If you do appreciate the videos I put out, feel free to share them. Feel free to like or dislike. If you don't like it, I'd like to know that also, so that maybe I can adjust my videos to my audience, so to speak. But basically, I can't give you content that you want if you don't tell me what kind of content you do. So again, y'all have a good day and take care of yourselves. Bye.